So tell me a little about, one of the things I really admire about your work is no matter what your role is, you have this like really uncanny ability to steal a screen. You have these moments that like, that's what stands out to me in this movie. That's what stands out to me in this movie. Is that just something natural for you, or is that something that was learned? Or
First of all, it's so nice. I had an agent once said, Siobhan, is there any way you could try not to make a big splash and just sort of blend in? And my son was 10 years old. We were at a premiere party, and he's like, Mom, you gotta get rid of that guy. I literally got rid of him because my son said that. I was like, you're right, that's weird. No, okay, so I was taught that when I went to Catholic University, we had great teachers, professors, and said, you have a life in your hands. So, and Shakespeare said, what did he say? There are no small roles, only small actors. And so, each role is equally as important. So, listen, being a character actor, sometimes you're like, I got about 2 minutes here. I gotta make something of this.
Yeah.
I remember when I was on Seinfeld, I was cast as Elaine's roommate, and I got a call from Larry David, and he said, "Hi, Sharon." I thought he was gonna fire me. He's like, "Listen, I got kind of bad news." I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get fired." And he's like, "Okay, I don't know if you know this, but first of all, this is the worst Larry David impression ever, so I should really stop right now. But we got to fit this into 22 minutes, and we got to trim your part down." So I was like, "Okay, no problem. At least I'm still in it." But then I was like, "There are things called props." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a water bottle, please." So it's like, Elaine, and I took like the longest sip in the history of TV. I was like, I did this improv class where, I was like, I'm going to get myself in there no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How much have you seen? Hollywood's changed so much. Even the industry itself has changed a lot. It's moving much more into the streaming world and other things like that. How have you seen the industry change over time?
It has changed so much. It's insane. Like, I was in the glory days. I mean, like Men in Black, Forrest Gump, those budgets were massive.
Yes.
Like, they'd be
the
like,
90s were crazy.
All right, so the limo will get you, and then it'll be like 10 o'clock in the morning, like, would you like some sushi? It was like unlimited funds. And the parties were the premiere parties were unbelievable. And I feel like the stories were really, really great then too. I mean, there's so many movies that I just like, with Robert Redford just dying. I mean, that was before me, but Sting and Butch Cassidy, the stories were unbelievable. And then I was at the Cannes Film Festival in, I think it was 2018, for a Lars von Trier movie, The House that Jack Built. And that's when Cannes was like, we are not allowing a movie in if it's already aired on Netflix. It's just not happening. Well, then all the rules started changing. Then streaming became huge. Then COVID hit. Then there was a strike. So there was a period. And then I wrote the movie Rushed, came out in 2021, and then came out just around COVID, after COVID. People were afraid to even go to the theaters. I thought it was over. I thought, this is going to be like when vaudeville went to talkies. I was like, it's over. It was a nice run. I guess I'll do a play. So then, but I feel like it's really swinging back. And I feel like for Catholics and for people that were worried that it was, not worried that it was getting too raunchy, it was bottom of the barrel. It was like, what is this? I mean, something. I would get scripts. I was like, I can't even repeat this. It is so sick. Anyway, but I really feel like there's a huge revival. I mean, we met out in Napa. There's a real core group of Catholics that are doing movies that are incredible. Like, I'm going to be going down to Guatemala to be in this movie that Coronation Media is doing about Stanley Rother.
Oh, nice.
And I'm playing a Methodist volunteer missionary, woman who's single. And I mean, I'm thrilled about it. I'm going over to Italy to do another movie it's a Lionsgate film with Aaron Eckhart, and it's this fabulous, they didn't present it to me like it's Catholic. It's a big studio movie, and it's clean. It's a great story. It's like, this is shocking, because I really got to the point where I'd be like, get a script, and inevitably by like page 5, you'd be like, well, don't have to audition for that. That's the end of that.
If you enjoyed the Benedictine Dialogues today, I want to invite you to visit our website, media.benedictine.edu, Be sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter where you will receive all of the latest in your inbox, or subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So thanks again for watching. God bless.